All right, let's jump right in. We're going to explore a really powerful idea from Montessori philosophy today, and it's this. What if our homes could be intentionally designed, like room by room, to teach some of life's most profound skills? Not just academics, but something deeper. So it all kicks off with this simple but honestly pretty deep question. How does a kid actually learn grace? And I'm not just talking about manners, the whole please and thank you thing. We're digging into something much bigger, a genuine sense of respect, responsibility, and even self-awareness.
Well, the answer, and this is straight from the source material we're looking at, is to create something called stations of grace. Think of them as these specific skill-building areas right inside your home. The whole point is to turn totally normal, everyday activities into these powerful lessons. Lessons about respecting our work, other people, and even our own inner world.
Okay, so our journey starts with the outermost layer of a child's world. We're talking about their relationship with their physical environment, their stuff, their space. This is all about laying a foundation, establishing the dignity of work and a real sense of place.
So let's check out our first station, washing and cleaning. Now, this is where we get this amazing reframe on chores. Wiping up a spill isn't a punishment, right? It's a lesson in responsibility. The child starts to see that, hey, messes are just solvable problems, and that taking care of a shared space, that's actually important, dignified work. It builds this entire cycle of work, prepare, do, put away, which is, by the way, a huge executive function skill.
Okay, now let's move over to the art studio, because you can really see this concept building here. In this space, creativity is treated like serious work. Think about it. Putting on an apron, intentionally gathering your materials, cleaning the brushes afterward. All of those little actions teach a huge respect for the process, not just the final drawing. It really drives home the idea that the act of making something is just as important as the thing you made. And that, right there, is how you build real, intrinsic motivation. All right, so we've talked about caring for our environment. Now we're going to shift our focus a bit, moving from objects and spaces to caring for living things, and this is a big one, other people. This is where things like empathy and hospitality really come into the picture. And that brings us to the nature station. Caring for a plant, it provides this deep, visceral lesson that a worksheet just can't touch. A plant can't tell you it's thirsty, right? The child actually has to develop empathy, to think about the needs of another living being. And man, when they see the direct results of their consistent care, or what happens when they forget, that's a lesson about responsibility that really sticks. Now, the snack preparation station. Honestly, this might be one of the most powerful social classrooms in the entire home. It's where a child learns that fundamental grace of hospitality, offering food to someone else before you take some for yourself. It's such a practical, everyday chance to build both self-sufficiency and some seriously genuine social-emotional skills. And you can see the whole cycle laid out so clearly here. It's so much more than just eating a snack. The process just flows naturally. You set up your space, you prepare the food, you offer it to others, you enjoy it together, and then you clear your own space. This one simple routine teaches that whole cycle of personal responsibility and caring for the people around you. It's beautiful, really. Okay, so we've covered caring for our world and for other people. Now we get to the final destination. And you could argue it's the most important one of all, the child's own internal world. This is all about learning how to manage focus, how to handle emotions, and how to find a little bit of inner peace. So let's talk about the book corner. It's not just a shelf with books, right? It's really a zone for quiet contemplation. A child in this space learns to read the room, to use a quiet voice, to handle the books gently. But here's the deeper thing. They learn to respect concentration itself. They start to realize that other people have these rich internal worlds of focus, and that those worlds deserve to be protected from interruption. And last but not least, the peace corner. Now, it's absolutely crucial to get this part. This is a space the child chooses to go to. It is never a punishment. It's not a timeout chair. It's a spot that's equipped with tools designed to build emotional intelligence, helping them recognize what they're feeling and giving them ways to self-regulate before they lose control. This is what true emotional autonomy looks like in practice. And you know what? Creating one is actually pretty simple. You're just looking for a soft, defined area with a few key tools. Things like a visual breathing card, maybe one of those glitter jars that are so great for focusing and calming the mind, a chart with pictures of different feelings, and something soft to hold for comfort, or even a peace stone to help take turns when talking something out.
There's a quote from the source material that just perfectly sums up why this is so important. It says, "The child who learns to recognize when they need to pause has learned one of the most important skills of a lifetime." Wow. I mean, that's really the ultimate goal of the Peace Corner. And in a lot of ways, it's the goal of all these stations put together.
So, when you pull it all together, what does this show us? It shows that grace isn't some abstract thing you're just born with. No, it's a skill. It's the real, practical, tangible result of learning how to care for your environment, for other people, and for yourself, one small step at a time, day after day.
And that leaves us with one final question to think about. After looking at all these really practical ideas, I mean, from a simple plant that needs water to a designated spot for snack time, what is one station of grace that you could create, that you could bring into your own home, maybe even this week,